Assalamualaikum and a very good day I greet to our beloved lecturer, Dr. Hamizah Hassan, and fellow viewers. I am Atira Farisha binti Aksan from the class KBA 2423B. I have identified one company which has failed to continue its operation and business, which is Polaroid. Here is a short video I prepared for the viewers. Polaroid is an American company best known for its instant film and cameras. The company was founded in 1937 by Edwin Herbert Land to exploit the use of its Polaroid polarizing polymer. You must be wondering who is Edwin Herbert Land, like how does he look and how old he is. So this man beside me is Edwin Herbert Land. He is also an American scientist and investor. In this picture, Land was presenting the Polavision home movie system in 1997. Here is a little facts about him. He was born in 7th May 1909 in Bridgeport, Connecticut. He invented inexpensive filters for polarizing light, a practical system of camera instant photography, and the Retinex theory of color vision, among other things. His Polaroid instant camera went on sale in late 1948 and made it possible for a picture to be taken and developed in 60 seconds or less. For decades, Polaroid was the market leader in photography. During that time, Polaroid became synonymous with instant photos. Polaroid once reached peak employment, which was 21,000 in 1978, and its peak revenue was $3 billion in 1991. While its early product focused on everything from eyewear to gunsight filters, the company was most famous for its innovation instant film cameras that hit the market in 1948. During the next 3 decades, Polaroid became one of the most successful technology companies in the post-war era. Sales grew at an annual rate of 23%, profits grew at 17%, and its market capitalization exceeded $1 billion. The failure of senior management is usually reported as the cause of Polaroid's bankruptcy. They were unable to foresee how digital cameras would affect their film business. Polaroid was a victim of patent violations and poor company policy and just couldn't adapt fast enough. The main point here is the set of key decision makers for the strategy of the business. Unfortunately, Edwin Land passed away in 1991 after retiring from the Polaroid board in the early 1980s. Without his vision and dedication to make great products for the customers, the concept of digital innovation failed to capture an internet champion to push it forward. The company didn't capitalize on its own research of digital imaging. They were placing their hopes on the proposition that people would always need hard copy prints. Polaroid's executives were the ones who backed those outdated technologies. Moreover, they failed to do proper market research. The 1990s leadership was too happy with their high-margin consumables business and were reluctant to revisit the fundamental business model. At one point, Polaroid was making a massive 65% gross margin on instant film. It was obviously the key component of their business plan. It set the economics of the company, and as a result, Polaroid's executive decided not to branch out. The executive became overly focused on one area of the business of the organization. They immersed on one idea that had proven fruitful for so long that they couldn't see the next best thing around the corner. In 1970, two African-American workers, Carolyn Hunter and Ken Williams, created a controversy when they inadvertently discovered that the company had a business in South Africa selling Polaroid products. The company also had a contract with the apartheid system as the producer of the passbook photos used to identify black individuals in South Africa. Hunter and Williams established an organization, the Polaroid Revolutionary Workers Movement (PRWM). Their aim was to force Polaroid out of South Africa. In response, Polaroid studied its option and declared that it opposed apartheid unequivocally. Polaroid proceeded to fire both Hunter and Williams. This ended Polaroid's relationship with its distributor and all direct sales to South Africa. The lack of vision would contribute greatly to its downfall, among other factors. The bankruptcy of Polaroid was brought on by a combination of unethical behavior at the top, controversies, and a failure to adapt to the times. The original Polaroid was declared bankrupt in 2001. Its brands and assets were sold off. On 13 June 2001, Polaroid Corporation announced a major global restructuring plan designed to reduce debt and return the company to profitability. Approximately 2,000 positions, or 35% of the global workforce of 8,000, will be eliminated gradually over the next 18 months. The company suffered a total debt of $900 million. Prior to bankruptcy, the company sold its landmark, historic headquarters building and surrounding property to the FIN544 for $10 million. On April 16, Patriot Partners won an auction for Polaroid Corporation's assets, including the company's name, intellectual property, and photography collection. Ritchie Capital, Hilco Consumer Capital Corporation, and PHC Equation were outbid by Patriot with a $59.1 million offer. PolaVision was to be Polaroid's biggest technological breakthrough, an instant movie system similar to Polaroid's instant camera. The PolaVision failure was the first straw in the eventual demise of the Polaroid Corporation. The same poor management that allowed PolaVision to hit the market without proper market research later allowed Polaroid to completely misread the impact of digital imaging on their highly profitable instant film business. On October 11, 2001, Polaroid filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. Almost all the company's assets, including the Polaroid name itself, were sold to a subsidiary of Bank One. A brand new business was established and went by the name of Polaroid Corporation. A second bankruptcy was filed in 2008, and production of Polaroid instant film ceased in 2009. I think it is the end of my presentation. Thank you for viewing my video until the end.